On this episode of Twisted Angle Garage, we're at the E-Plex at the Ozark Empire Fairgrounds in Springfield, Missouri for the Hot Rod Holiday Car Show. It's an annual car show that I go to every year, put on by a friend of mine. It's just a Christmas-themed car show. It's the end of the season for me. It's when I stop doing all of my events pretty much, other than maybe a Christmas parade, which I'm not doing any of them this year. It got rained out today. It was just absolutely too cold, especially in the Rat Rod convertible, and I wasn't getting any other cars out for the rainy day with nobody there anyways. So either way, let's go around and check out all the cool cars and talk to some of the people and see what we can find. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with your friends. Let's get to the live action. Let's check out this crazy thing. This is looks like an older custom. I don't even know what this thing is. 67 Skylark with a 6-inch chop. It's definitely interesting. Got the shag carpet. Some fancy seats in there for an old car, especially how everything else is just race car. This whole row of trucks over here, I believe, is the Mo C10 Addiction trucks. It's not really a car club or a truck club per se. It's basically it's a Facebook page, a group, and it's just all dedicated to any old Chevy trucks in Missouri, GMCs, things like that. They put on a really good show here in Springfield, Missouri. I'm not sure whose this is. It's a nice old Ford truck here. It's clean. It's got a nice interior in it. Ford with a Chevy motor in it, which I don't mind, but you do this much to a truck, you might as well put a Ford motor back in it. It's a nice clean interior. You can smell it. Fresh leather in there. Let's go see what kind of wild and crazy action we got going on in here. There's the evil midget guy. I finally got around to doing some filming. Hot Rod Greg Rains over here in his wheelie trip.
There he is.
Oh, and then there's this guy over here. He might have a pretty nice orange car sitting right here. First time it's been cleaned in 4 years. Best pinstriper around. That's Spencer, a buddy of mine. He does killer striping, which you can see. Sign over here. But, he does gold leafing, all kinds of stuff. He does some pretty killer stuff. Let's see this down here. And this here is his work rig. It's a pretty cool old truck. Mr. James's car over here. You boys having fun? Just sitting back here doing nothing? It's got a 68 barn find Survivor Charger. God, look at those wheels. Look at this thing. You can smell the oldness in it. I wonder if this is the guy we got some parts from for Vice Grip Garage. Me and a friend of mine had to round up some brake parts and a transmission and a few other things for Derek and Roadworthy Rescues, I think is the show that he's got. I don't watch it, so I'm not sure. But yeah, we had to get some parts for him and Steve on the show. And I think this might be the guy that we got some of the parts from. He's a friend of mine, a friend of a friend of mine, so I don't really know the guy's name, but I think that might have been it. The guy had like 8 million old Dodges in his shop that were just beautiful, but he didn't want me filming them. And that's okay, that's his shop, and it had quite a bit of money in there. So we respect him, and I just turned the camera off. Got all the mini trucks over here. We've got a cool old, like, 80s looking paint job. The Asphalt Army. Wonder whose race car. She looks a little beat up. I mean, I'm pretty sure my kid can weld better than that, and she don't even know how to weld. This thing's got a pretty cool chassis underneath of it. Looks good. Just running an LS and a 4L80 or 60 in it. It's a work truck, I guess, a haul truck. Ruster Rods, he puts out some pretty cool stuff.
You said this has been around since the 60s?
We're over here filming something apparently. I didn't realize them guys were filming, or I'd have been a little less noisy. I'll probably go over and talk to them guys over there cutting that car up tomorrow. And this here is Emergency West. It's a buddy of mine, Greg's wheelie truck. He got a old Charger that does wheelies too. Got a big block in the back of it. Yeah, this thing's pretty cool. I didn't notice that he had the flamethrower on it before. Pretty cool stuff. We'll have to talk to him about it tomorrow. It's a super nice Nomad. This guy over here thinks he knows how to take pictures. What you got going on?
It's a mini photo shoot.
This is going on YouTube. I'll keep it PC. You'll see who we can find over here. Hold on. Kaiser Special. That's a cool car. Check this thing out. This thing's pretty cool. You don't see these very often. I walked by it and didn't even pay attention. Oh, it's even got curb feelers. Tink. Get this zoomed out so we can actually see what's going on. Look at those lights. That's pretty cool. It's an old piece of luggage or a radio or something in there. Howdy doody. Lunchbox. This thing's pretty cool. It's got the little baby jumper seat, because you know those were safe. I'd like to catch the owner of this tomorrow and talk to him about it. That's a pretty cool little car. This car here is super cool. It is the actual car from Home Improvement. It was his wife, Jill was her name in the show. This was actually her car in the show. It was Tim Allen's car, and then I'm pretty sure it went to the show. And then it was auctioned off, and now some people here in Missouri, I believe, own it. You can see him and Jay Leno and stuff, him signing the dash down here. And if you come up here, you can see inside. There's Jay Leno's autograph, there's Tim Allen's autograph. It's a pretty cool little car. You can see down here all of the little toys of it. And I think it's got a sign that talks about it. The original car used on the TV show, Home Improvement. Got the light viewfinder. And us being in Chiefs country, I absolutely love the Chief blanket. But yeah, this here talks about, this is a certificate of authenticity for the pictures. This talks about the one that got crushed in the show was just a 4-door wagon. It's a pretty cool piece of TV history. This was probably my favorite car that they had on there. He had a few cars on there. I think he had like a Model T or no, it was like a 32 Ford or something he built. And I don't remember what else he had on the show. But of course, Tim Allen is a huge car guy. Let's move on and find something else. Thing is purple. Purple. This is a friend of mine's hauler truck with his car up on the back. I don't remember what he calls that, and that's Betty. Say hi, shifters. Hi, shifters.
Howdy, 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 howdy.
There's something for your scrapbook, kids.
And all the way down to the end is the shifter guys. It's a bunch of my friends. I used to actually be in the Shifters Car Club. I got out a few years ago just because I do my own thing.
Yeah, and then
Did you know that? The motor out of this car is
You can't keep the car.
This one?
God, there's
I'm-
little children.
Well,
I just saw them.
we're either gonna take this one or the dude in front said we could take that one later.
By all means, keys on. And check it out, we got a bunch of cool lowrider bikes over here. They look like they were built a while back. Yeah, cool either way. Over here in the corner by Jaded Envy, the lowrider S10. Looks to be juiced up back there. Nice old traditional hot rod. Got some cool import vehicles over here. Some Austin Healey. This is a 55 Austin Healey. It's pretty cool how this windshield lays back like this. I bet this thing comes up and then sets down and locks, because there's the wipers that are on the bottom. That's kind of cool. It's a nice old gasser looking Bel Air. Check out this sparkly dash. It's got all the sparkles. And this guy with one of his like 8 million Buicks. All of them. How many do you own now? All of them. So get the owner's manual and stuff like that's pretty cool. Here is the old goat. This thing is a pretty rowdy Mustang. When you hear it running and going down the road, it's basically a freaking race car. As you can see with the cage, nitrous, got a helmet in here. But yeah, the guy that owns this thing, he's a pretty cool guy. He's got a bunch of cars. His son's got an import Skyline, I believe it is. Freaking, yeah, got some cool cars. He actually does car appraisals. Goat's vehicle appraisals.
How are you today?
I am wonderful, and this is the lovely man that owns the really killer Mustang over there. Have you dynoed that thing?
Not yet.
Not yet. So I was saying sounds like a damn race car driving down the road.
Oh,
I mean,
I love it, man.
oh God, yeah. It's so unique when you hear it just running. It just sounds so good. I love it to death.
Mike Pickens did a really good job with the cam selection, the compression ratio that's in it, running on, and then the exhaust on it.
Yeah, it's all just got a great combination. When you hear it out, it's just so good.
You know, when I bought the mufflers, Flowmaster Outlaws, they're basically just a piece of pipe.
Just a piece of pipe.
Yeah, that's all they are.
Like the catalytic converters on my Mustang. I mean, wait a minute, they're legal.
Don't let the EPA hear that.
It's not street legal. It don't drive on the road. It's a race car.
Amen, brother. Amen.
At the High Times hauler, Weedman and Glassman. It's the interesting little wheelie van, truck, whatever. Got the trailer park boys out here. It says 454 on it, and it's got all the cubes, it looks like. This is definitely a good looking square body. See these rims on so much stuff though, I just kind of lost taste in them. It's got some nice seats in it. I like that waterfall console. Steve over here playing with his toys like always. Oh, these old Skyliners. You know, I see a lot of these things at shows lately. I don't know, I just guess I go to a lot of shows that have them. They got some cool luggage back there. Check out the old radio. Let's check this luggage out back here. Some cool luggage. Some crazy cool cars, the way them tops fold down on them. Go over here to this Kaiser. This car was one of my favorites at the show. It's just so cool and interesting. Oh, he's even going to open the hood. We got to go around here and check it out. Check out these tail lights on this thing. Look at those things. Those are so cool.
They light up all the way.
That's so cool. This is, I came through here yesterday and was checking this thing out, and it's, I walked by it and I was like, wait a minute, that was a Kaiser. And I came back and looked at it again. I started walking around it. I actually wanted, is it your car?
Yeah.
I actually wanted to find you because I wanted to kind of get the door open. I wanted to kind of look at a few things.
It's a 54 Kaiser Special. There's less than 100 of them still on the road. Henry Kaiser made these in 54. What he did was he built ships, skyscrapers, and bridges.
Mm-hmm.
And when the war was over, he needed something to do with all of his factory buildings.
Right.
So he also decided that our servicemen coming home needed an affordable family car because they were getting married and having children. So he took the flathead 6-cylinder stationary bilge engine that pumped water from one section to another on the ship.
Yep.
Put a transmission on the back of them and popped them in here. And so he's recycling his engines. He has a nice car, but what his problem was in 53, they tried to get him to go to 8 cylinders because everybody was going to 8, and he refused because he said, no, people want the cheap price. They don't care about power. Yep. He was wrong.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So at the start of 55, he was going to have to go bankrupt. But then a car company in Argentina had gone out of business, and the Argentina government contacted him and said, we have 3 empty car factories down here. We will give them to you if you will come down here and make cars. So since he was going bust here, he went down there. He made basically the same cars, but he changed the names of them for more of a Spanish influence name. Like he made one up from this that was a 4-door called a Manhattan. Okay. And the Manhattan down there was called the Catalina. Okay. So he made cars down there until 68 when he finally retired.
It's a beautiful car.
All factory original except for the carpet.
The carpet?
Yeah, the people said the carpet smelled, so they replaced it. Not ripped up, not stained, just old. And I said, we could have got that smell out.
Yeah.
But no, they replaced it. And
it's a beautiful car.
It doesn't get in a hurry. With your foot down on the floor, you can get about 65.
I like how you got the old baby carrier in there.
Yeah, and
because those were so safe.
And that's a 1954 Howdy Doody in the baby carrier.
Oh wow!
I had to have since it was a 54 car. I googled what was popular in 54, and Howdy Doody was coming out. So I thought, well, let's get him. And then the radio on the back seat's a 1954.
Well, that gentleman just had a really cool story about all that car. It's really like the color green on this AMX here. It's got a nice interior in it. It's even a 4-speed. Yeah. 68 AMX with got a 390, a Borg Warner T10. Nice car. The Rebel. Interior's pretty clean in that thing.
Christmas market yesterday.
Got to be one of the brightest cars here. Well, it looks like it's got some injection stacks on it, but it looks like there's a carburetor down there. Got the classic Chevy Club from Springfield. They got some cool old Chevys over here. It's a nice car, it's just not my style. I like this one. Hey, this is them load and go trailer guys over here. Let's go over here and shake the man's hand. I got a trailer from you guys a year and a half or so ago. I used the living crap out of that thing.
Do you?
It's a really nice red square body setting down. I really like the wheels on it. Them old style. Big ones though, and it's just 18s or 20s, something like that. These are the Mo C10 Addiction trucks. It's a nice blazer. This is a buddy of mine's truck. He is actually one of the proprietors for the Mo C10 Addiction, and they put on this all-truck Chevy show. I really like this van. They had it all opened up yesterday. It's got some cool stuff in it. Got the backwards seat in it. That's pretty cool. And got Nathan over here is hosting a coloring contest with the kids. Jeremy's car, the Space Junkie. Oh, you're fine.
Oh yeah, okay.
This here, Kingpin, is Nathan over there's car. And his son sitting over there. That's his car. Yeah, this is some of the artwork that the guy Nathan does. He is one of the best airbrush guys in the country. These guys have also got a business, Curry's Incorporated. They sell, I don't remember the other name, but they sell hot rod bodies and stuff. All kinds of, they got a hot rod shop. They do some cool stuff. But you can tell they do cool stuff. They build cars like that. And of course, there's the old Green Monster. This car here is owned by a lady that never did anything with cars in her life and then just happened to get this one day, and now she's part of the car culture. It's got some cool luggage in it. Got the cool lacing on the roof. She's got some bling all inside of it. It's LS powered. I'm sure it runs pretty good. It's a really nice bus. Got some nice seats in here. I like that wicker look on it. That's pretty cool. That's nice. I really like the interior in this car. Is this your guys' car? I love the interior in it. I mean, I love the bus either way. But I really love that wicker effect on them seats.
Oh, yeah.
That it's just beautiful. It is beautiful. And I love the colors on it and everything. I mean, it's just, I know my wife loves it. She's a Volkswagen nut. She's got an old Bug, so she's a Volkswagen nut. But yeah, it's
We did our best going off the pictures our son had drawn, and this stuff is really hard to find.
yeah.
This was, we actually saw a car down at SEMA that had used it, and I got a hold of the people that had the display, and they were kind enough to share the information of where to get it. So
Most everybody I've ever talked to, I'm a veteran of SEMA, and almost everybody I've talked to out there, they're always so nice about helping any information they can. Only a few of them I've ever run into out there that are just like, they act like they're better than you, or you ain't worth the time, or you know, you're not a millionaire, so they're not even going to deal with you.
Right.
No, so
it was our upholsterer. Our upholsterer was. He thought we were crazy, and he said it was the worst stuff he's ever had to work with.
Oh,
because,
I bet.
You know,
I could only imagine just the way it, would move, and
Yeah.
I could only imagine trying to sew that.
Yeah.
That would be, But I love the thing. It is beautiful. But them seats just, I didn't realize them. I'd walked by, several times and looked at it, but, I was shooting video today, and I'd come in and looked inside, and I was like, holy cow, those seats are just, and the front end is just, I love the interior of the front of it.
Thank you.
So you guys have got a beautiful car.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
Yeah, the guy that had said, hey, how many Buicks you own? All of them? Yeah, this is another one of his Buicks. We'll not talk about his race cars that he owns, too. This here is one of my favorite Bel Airs that are around here. I just love the color of it. I love the combination of this red, that waterfall console.
There was a couple dualies out there that Alpha tried to buy. Neil tried to buy anybody's truck. But I was thinking maybe it was the red one. This guy was
The White Lightning. You got a CB in here. Don't see those very often. Didn't even know anybody still used a CB.
my brother did it. So when they got it, it was all original. And so I don't think it was the same truck. But you're probably talking about the one I was thinking of. This truck on the corner.
Check out his air conditioner. An old freaking fire extinguisher. That's pretty cool. This is a freaking, oh, it's even got a shaved firewall. This thing's nice. I bet this thing is a hell of a cruiser. Got a nice engraved for his switches. I don't know if you can see that down there. Definitely a nice lowrider. I gotta say, as much as I like that red one down there, I'd take this one all day long. Got the visors on it. Got a cool little radio and the old baby carrier that matches. Got the old surfboard. This thing's ready to go to the beach. This gentleman putting down some killer stripes on this car. Man, when I was a kid, this was my dream car. Different color, but this right here was my dream car. 49 Fleetline. I bet this modern truck sounds pretty good with them pipes coming up down there. This here's the old tribute car. Let's see. It's a cool car and it sounds good too.